grief and grieving is a big topic in December. It's a lot of grief in the air. But I'd like to add to the conversation a different type of grief that gets often overlooked. That's the grief of letting go of a life that you were building for the longest time. Maybe it wasn't even consciously building. Maybe it was some childhood dream that you hung on to and never really truly let go of. Maybe it was an acute, intentional dream that you were creating until something really drastically changed in your circumstances, and that is no longer possible. So instead of just grieving for, people that we've lost, homes that we've lost, these kind of very tangible things, I feel like we should also acknowledge that sometimes we need to grieve, to let go, grieve and let go of an aspect of ourselves, a dream, a wish, a desire. Not because we have failed or because we are no longer capable or we are too old or too something, but it might be that it doesn't fit. Whatever we set out to do, whatever we set out to achieve, whatever we declared as our wish and our desire, it will remain in our energy field, in our field, until we close that chapter. So you could simply think about all those things that you wanted, you dearly, clearly, hugely wanted, but they are not going to happen because they are no longer relevant to you. You no longer want those things, or because of something has changed and it is actually just impossible. So what I'd like you to consider doing today to lighten the load, lighten all of those attachments that you have to all of these things that you were building and striving for and moving towards and away from, lighten that load in the name of focusing on essentials, simplifying, is just put to bed those things that you know you're ready to let go of. An example, I think it might have been about, maybe 6-7 years ago, that I made a pact with a friend of mine's husband that I'm going to run a half marathon with you. All these years later, I know that I will not. He went ahead and did it. I have not. I need to actually get on that phone and send him a message and say, I really wanted to do that, but I no longer do, and I need to let go of that. Thank you for agreeing to this challenge with me all those years ago, and I'm so glad that you went ahead and did it. Just to close the chapter. If it feels like a bit of a failure, well, just sit with it and see where that sense of failure is actually coming from. Does it really mean something? What can you take away from it? How can you grow from it? How can you learn from it? But it's just about not running away, not turning away from those things that you once put your intention on. Just close chapters and see how much lighter you feel for it. Priorities shift, values change, it's just inevitable. And some of these things, some of those ideas that you had, you will find yourself feeling enormous loss, enormous sadness that you have to let it go. So give yourself a little bit of time, the time that you need to grieve. Be honest, be real, be tender with yourself. The beauty of grief and sadness is that it can catalyze deeper connection. It can assist us with feeling deeper connection. And in these occasions, it may be deeper connection with yourself. Giving yourself a bit of grace, giving yourself that sympathy, empathy that you so freely offer to other people, compassion, just be a bit tender with yourself. I think it's a perfect season for that. A little bit of extra tenderness with self. What do you think?